The month of May is recognized as National Foster Care Month. I thank my colleagues for once again unanimously passing a resolution recognizing and bringing awareness to the experiences of youth and families in the foster care system. This month, organizations in Iowa and around the entire country have been working to support youth in foster care and the foster parents who open their homes to the kids in need. And they deserve this recognition. In 2019, the most recent year for which data is available, there were over 426,000 kids in foster care in the United States. In Iowa alone, there were almost 6,000. As stated in our resolution, Congress must continue to work towards real solutions for these young people because they face trauma, abuse, and neglect. And obviously, there's a lot of them that get loving care as well. In recent years, lots of changes have been made to the way that the child welfare works. Congress passed the Family First Prevention Act in 2018. The goal of that act was to provide more services to families before removing children from the home before that action had to be taken. And that's where you ought to start. Preserve the family as much as you can, as long as the children are not being mistreated. This bill also seeks to help kids who age out of foster care, to have these kids have access to more support and successfully transition to adulthood and to independence. I was glad to support this legislation, and I hope that as it is implemented, we see positive outcomes for these young people and their families. All children, no matter what their circumstances, deserve a permanent, loving home and consistent, caring adults in their lives. And when you visit with these young people, some of them tell us about being in 2 or 3 school systems in a year. So obviously, probably in 2 or 3 different homes in a year. And what you hear from them is, I'd like to have a mom and dad. I'd like to have a home. I'd like to go to the same school for the whole year. They want some consistency and some permanency. I guess that's what it all adds up to. Research has shown that the presence of just one caring adult who is available for advice, for support, and for guidance can make a meaningful difference for children in foster care. For some young people, this may be a foster parent who maintains a relationship with a child even after temporary placement is over. For other kids, this may mean an aunt or an uncle, a family member who is willing to shoulder the responsibilities of providing a loving home. Others may benefit from a court-appointed special advocate, as we know as CASA, or a guardian ad litem. These are volunteers assigned to be a child's advocate for a system designed to protect children. Often, the child welfare system does not give much opportunity for a child's voice to be heard. And it's a very important voice to listen to. CASAs are often the only adults in the court proceedings who are exclusively advocating for what the youth in foster care wants. I'm happy that this year, for the first time, May 18th was labeled National CASA/GAL Volunteer Day to honor the service of these volunteers. I salute all those who work tirelessly to support kids in foster care in Iowa and nationwide. When I founded the Senate Caucus on Foster Youth in 2009, the special focus was to hear directly from the young people themselves. Older youth in foster care and adults who experienced foster care as a child can speak to what worked for them and, of course, what didn't work. They should always have a seat at the table. Over and over again, I've heard the same thing from kids in foster care. So I'm repeating what I said previously. They want a mom and a dad. They want a family. And they want a place to call home. For some kids, this goal can be met by their families getting help with mental illness, substance abuse, or housing. For others, the dream of a family can be found through foster care and eventually adoption. For others, kinship care provides an opportunity for stability and permanency. There is no one-size-fits-all approach, no silver bullet that can help all kids the same way. But there is one common outcome that we can strive for. We should be wary of attempts to undo progress that has been made in speeding up adoptions and providing permanency for these children. The goal should always be to protect kids from neglect and abuse, and at the same time, improve their well-being. Move ahead now. Congress must continue to work to find better solutions and secure better outcomes for youth in foster care. Once again, I thank my colleagues for passing this resolution recognizing May as Foster Care Month.